Alright then guys, welcome back to my workshop. Yes, I've made it in the workshop. A little bit chilly mind, the weather has definitely turned. So, in the past I've made quite a few things. Admittedly, I've not made anything on the channel for quite a while, but all my longer term subscribers will know what's been going on recently. Mainly done review videos, but I will be getting back into making videos because I want to get this workshop sorted out. At the moment it looks a complete mess, so I want to crack on and start getting tools on the wall, and some more storage options sorted out. So that's all going to be shown on the channel moving forward. But one thing I've not really done a lot of on the channel is hand tool work. Now admittedly at the moment I don't have a great deal of hand tools. I was recently given a Stanley Bailey number 4 plane, and as you can see it's in a right sorry state, so I don't even know whether I'll be able to bring it back to a usable state. Hopefully I can, but I've never actually restored any tools before, so I'm not really an expert when it comes to restoring things. So if you've got any advice or tips, then feel free to leave that in the comments. So back to this video. I was recently contacted by a company called Cowryman, and it's a company based in China. They asked if I wanted to try out one of their rebate planes. Now, at first I thought about turning the video down. One, because I'm not an expert using planes of any sort, and I didn't think I could do the plane any justice. But then I thought about it and I thought to myself, well, it's something I want to get into. I have actually looked at these router planes and they look quite interesting, and I kind of ummed and ahed before about kind of buying one. Like I say, I want to get a few different hand planes. So in the end I contacted them and said I would do the review. I did tell them that I'm not an expert and I'm hoping to get into some hand tool work. But when I received this item, I was actually blown away by the quality of it. I didn't expect it to be as nice as it is. And I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me for nothing. When you see this up close, I'm sure that 90% of you that watch this video will agree with me when I say it is really, really nice. So without further ado, I'll show you the item up close, and we'll show you it in use. Or I'll show you it in use. So enjoy the video. Okay, so trying to show you the router plane up close. I'm hoping that you're going to get an idea of just how well machined this plane is. Give you a quick tour around the plane, and it looks absolutely lovely. Not too heavy, but weighty enough. Definitely looks the part. The handles are made of green sandalwood. The body is stainless steel, so you've not got to worry about it rusting, especially if you're in a shed like mine that might get a little bit damp at times. So the overall sizes, the body is 6.1 inches wide, and the width is 4.92, and the height is 3.35. The base plate is 3.93 long and 2.5 wide. So the item comes really, really well packed. I mean, it came in a box covered in bubble wrap, and I mean, it could have survived a torrential downpour. It was so well wrapped, I actually had trouble getting into it. Now in the box, it comes fitted with an 8mm blade, already fitted. And one thing it states on the company's website is that the blades are actually finished off by hand and they are actually hand sharpened. And the company claims that they are ready to go right out the box. Also, you get a little spring with a couple of ball bearings, and that is to do with the new mechanism that they put in. This is a company that actually listens to advice from people that have used the plane and that, and they've made quite a few updates. You'll probably find if you do a search some of their older models and the differences that they've made. So this is just talking about the handle at the back, the blade locking mechanism and all that, and how they've used the springs and the ball bearings. Now I also got the 2 extra blades. Like I say, the one that comes in it is 8mm, and you also get 6 and a 3. Now I really like the way these are packaged as well, because they come in these nice little plastic containers, but inside they've also got another plastic sheath, and these blades are actually, and they actually feel quite sharp to the touch, and they also very nicely machined. But I was quite impressed about how well these are packaged. Come on, Dave, get back in the packet. It's not rocket science. Apparently it is. That's it. Oh, it goes in one way. Definitely well protected when you're not using them and in shipping. And yeah, it comes with the 8 fitted, and you can get the 6mm and 3mm. So to adjust the blade, all you would do is loosen the locking handle, and then you'll see that there's a notch in the blade, and then you've got this little knob that you can just adjust, and as you spin it, it lowers the blade. I'm not sure if I better show you very well from here. You better see the blade lowering, or if you want to take it back up again, you'll see it rising back up. Really easy to turn, nice and smooth. Really like it. So I'll just give you a super quick demonstration. Now let me remind you, I'm not an expert on hand planes. I've never used a router plane before, so I'm just going to do a quick kind of housing joint. I've already cut the sides, so I'm just going to remove the middle. Now I haven't sharpened this. So considering I've not sharpened this, it is actually pretty sharp. I know this is only a bit of old 2x4 construction timber, but I've got to say it's going through that quite easily. Considering I've never used a plane before, it seems to work really nice. I hope you can see this on camera. From a novice's point of view, I've got to say, I might not be using the correct technique, but it's getting the job done. And considering this is the first time I've ever used a hand plane of any type, I've got to say, I didn't expect it to be that easy. Something quite satisfying about doing things by hand like this. It's easy to control, so if you want to get right in the corners, well, got to say, I quite like that. Nice and easy to control. It does a good job. I like it. You can also use it to clean up tenons. That's taken off a little bit too much, but persevere with that. Way too much, in fact. And this is only crummy wood. And obviously I'm not going for precision. I mean, as long as you keep it, the weight on this side, and kind of pivot it, obviously to get right in the corner, keep it straight. and that will allow you to get right into the corner. And then to do the rest of it, it's kind of work at an angle, putting all the weight on this side and just kind of pivot it slowly, slowly, like so. So you're not limited to like one use with this. Another thing I want to point out quickly is obviously this can be used the way I used it in the video, like towards you. You can obviously use it that way, away from you. But I did watch another video and they actually explained that you can actually turn this around to face the opposite way. So you can have the blade that way round. Because if you loosen these two off, you can actually pivot this all the way round and face it the other way. I'm not going to do that, but that's what he did in the video. I can't remember the name of the channel now, but I'm sure you'll find it if you have a look on YouTube. There is one negative that I want to point out. Now, it's not a negative as far as how the plane works, because it works really well. It's more to do with the way it looks. Now, take the handles, they're made of green sandalwood and they look absolutely gorgeous. The stainless steel body, really, really well machined. Looks absolutely lovely. And then you come to the lock-in handle and it's just this black, boring bit of plastic. Now, I think original designs, they used to have the butterfly clip where you just kind of loosen or twisted that to tighten it and loosen it. And people were saying it was hard to get hold of and awkward to adjust and tighten the blade up. So they put a much bigger handle on. Now, as far as the way this functions, it's perfect. You couldn't ask for any more. It loosens really well. It tightens up nice and solid. And it's one of those ones that you can kind of pull out and it spins freely. And then you let go and it goes back in. And then it springs back into place. So overall, the way it works, perfect. I just think it lets down the overall look of the machine. And if you could like manufacture something made of like metal, maybe brass or something like that, that would really go well with the stainless steel body, even if you had to charge a little bit more, I think that would make it look a million times better in my opinion. But like I say, it works perfectly. I just think it would look better. So that is the 040 Reltaplane from Cowryman, and overall I would say it's definitely worth taking a look at if you're in the market for one. I'm really, really impressed by it, I've got to say. I know I've said that a million times, but I really like it and I can actually see myself using that. So hope you enjoyed that quick video, guys. Until the next video, stay safe and you will see me in the next video. Take care, guys.